You should get a ding ding here in a second.
Yep.
It's funny, you get a notification before it ever shows up on here that I'm online. Now I get to watch myself talk to you. I'm taking a drink of coffee. Wait, I already did that. Well, Courtney's in here. Backwoods Law. Hey, what's up? I'm melting. That's what I'm doing. Did y'all get the shop clean, Courtney? I couldn't get my truck free. Honest. Hola. River, let's see, we got Courtney, Backwoods, Mel Dog, Off Grid, Lifestyle, L Stewart, and Riverbend Longbows. It's too early. Riverbend, but I'm gonna have to do a Wes S exit stage right since you're in here. You gonna stay in here a minute?
Need coffee?
No, I was gonna go get that stick. I believe it's laying in the floor, or maybe in that green stool right next to my drafting table. Just make sure you turn the light on, baby. It could be a blah 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 blah. I don't have to do it yet. She's gonna go get it. Hey Chipper, sneaking in. Daniel. I am working on a series for my videos to upload, and the first video I've got it edited. I'm gonna post it probably tomorrow. It's a complete fail. I think I put a video up that says what it's going to be. It's like me taking just the wood that I have available on my property and trying to make stuff with it. And thank you. Whose glasses are those? Probably. Oh, that's not good. Oh, you can't see that yet. Trust me, guns, it's a horrible bit. I didn't realize that the mic was going to pick up the sound of my evaporative cooler, and literally that's all you can hear. It's just whoa. I mean, you can hear me talking over it a little bit, but not much. Hey, Tim Jackson from Canada. Hold on. Did I miss anybody else? Half Crazy just jumped in here. Anyway, I don't know if I want to show this because I just watched your video about the last bow you made, or one of the bows you made anyway, which is really pretty. If you get one of those that you don't like and you just want to give it to somebody, I'll email you my address. But hold on, this is what you can do if you decide to change firewood into something else. You ready? Hold on, I'm gonna put the camera up here. Y'all don't go anywhere. Oh, fine. Working my butt off on this thing, just for the record. the first one I did broke like glass. Ah, a fly pooped on my thing. Dang, fly. Right now I can't draw it. I can bend it, but I can't draw it. I've got too much meat. Still, it's about 130, 140 pound draw. It's going to be a little short thing. You know, the plan is to make it and use it to take to the lake and actually spear something with it and then cook it. That's the plan. Y'all wish me luck. Exactly. And nobody ever shows that. I've made a bunch of walking sticks. You know how hard it is in Texas, in my part of Texas, to come up with a stick long enough to make a bow out of? Is the weather coming in? Oh boy. Well, y'all see how well the first one turned out. And I had it. The only thing left, such an idiot. The only thing I had left to do was sand it and string it. That was it. Yeah, I picked it up and I didn't warm it up first. My bad. I didn't warm it up first. I was just whack, snap. The first one was elm. And I've successfully made elm bows before. But there were better trees available. And I know I've found a better tree, but it's not actually on my property, so I don't know if that's legal because I made the rules. Now, but this one is from an Arizona cypress. This one right here is an Arizona cypress. We call them ball cedars around here, but apparently they have a name. What you making a sheath for? I actually used to make a little bit of money a long time ago, and I actually had a bow made once.
See the line of dirt right there?
Tell it we don't want that.
Now look out that window. How much you can see?
Weather's going to crap, people.
Like stand up and look above your feet.
Well, see this one. This little, real quick and easy, fast. Let's try to, which I didn't get a fish with it. That was out of there might be another name for it, but I call it a yoke. It's a thorny tree that, left alone, will grow straight. But okay, you're gonna have to explain tillering to me. All this technical stuff, I don't know. I know that when I was a kid, I learned that if I follow the grain and pay attention to it, I can get away with certain things. And that's it. Hey, Gray Man Outdoors. I made my first play bow when I was 8 or 9. And I graduated to spears and then to atlatls and atlatl darts about 16, and then I got married and I quit doing that kind of stuff. Is Mrs. Wes S there, or Mrs. S there?
Like that sky change.
She's chasing the weather. Clay Hayes channel. Wow.
You mean the Haboob.
We got a haboob coming.
I think it's done here.
Well, it's not really a haboob. I guess everybody watched the weather. Everybody tilled the dirt. Hey, this is... Y'all supposed to be asking me questions. Let's remember that.
Well, didn't somebody ask was I in it?
Yeah,
That
and
was the question.
she's here. She's not in here. Half crazy.
Look.
Okay, Courtney.
It's coming this way.
You need to come get your chickens anyway.
Most of it looks like a
Somebody dropped them off at our house on mistake.
but it is
Did you
pushing
Did you notice that, Steve?
What's that?
We adopted 12 more chickens today.
We did?
Yeah, that's what she said. The guy that showed up this morning threw out the birds and hauled out. They're grown. We already got eggs, so I guess it's all right. They were digging in his grass, making holes. So we unasked them. Makes all sense of the world. Like I mean, that's why the biggest gripe I have with him is I don't have a yard anymore. He figured it wasn't going to hurt. That's 112.
Not counting the new arrivals.
Not counting the new arrivals. That's too many chickens. That's past my fingers and my toes and my nose. That's too many chickens. Oh, hi. Forgot. What were we talking about?
Yeah, I have to wear boots still though. Well, the toe.
Yeah. Anyone know birch? I don't know. Make a bow and find out. It's not just will it make a bow? What kind of bow will it make? There you go. I do know that much. Like elm is really good for like a long bow. Like if, hold on. See, like this kind of bow you can make out of elm. It's got a flat back. If you were making this out of elm, this would be the actual outside of your tree. And this would be what you carved away. You actually, when you're making an elm bow, you really need to get a big old honking log like this and split it, which is a little tricky. You split it, and then you split it again, and then you whittle that quarter piece down into this. Apparently that's the same way you do red cedar bow, which I do have red cedar on my property. I've already found a log, not a log, but a piece of wood. I've got it earmarked, and we're going to see what happens. Who snuck in here? J-A-E snuck in. Hold on. Half Crazy said hi. They need to go to this skillet. But I saw questions a minute ago. What food is best for long-term storage? Dried goods. Pastas, rice, beans. dehydrated vegetables, preferably freeze dried, but regular dehydrated works just as good. And there it is. Everything, all life on the planet requires water or moisture in some form or another. So if you remove the moisture or reduce it, it also requires oxygen. If you remove the oxygen, no moisture, no oxygen, no life. So the seeds that you vacuum pack or the dried vegetables or meat that you vacuum pack last the longest. And that was for Tim Jackson. Personal opinion. You can ask these other guys. If you have you growing around, I don't have that growing here, so you know, I'm not a bow maker. I've played around with it. That Riverbend's a bow maker. Hi back. Later, Daniel. And see, I'd like to get my hands on some Osage, but we don't have it around here. And see, there's several different kinds of elm. And was I anywhere close on that Riverbend about the elm bow? About how you make one? That's been my experience. And if you're, you know, cut it down and get the bark off of it, leave it the heck alone. That's the hard part. Now if you can find a standing dead that hadn't been chewed to death by whatever, that's this one here has been it's been seasoned for 11.5 months. It was cut from a healthy tree, left alone. It wasn't cut with the intent to make a bow out of it. It was I burned this stuff in my wood burning stove. It makes a lot of smoke, soot, but you just clean your chimney, or not chimney. I have stovepipe, which makes it easy. The stuff I make flares out is picture wire. Now apparently, and I did not, I've never tried it before, I'm going to fabricate a bow from mesquite. I didn't know you could do that. but evidently you can't. Alright, since nobody's asking me any questions, I'm going to ask Riverbend. I guess I should probably go back and watch some of your old videos and I'd learn a thing or two. Do you know of a natural way to laminate your bow? I want to try something. I just don't know. Has anybody ever tried pecan wood for a bow? You see, that's the trick part. You've got to make the mesquite bow just like this one. You've got to make it long and thin to spread the stress over. I've been doing a lot of studying on this. That would be a good video, boss, or a video series or something. Trevor and the Goats. Yes, ma'am. Okay, dude, just ask me again because I can't find it up here. I don't know, Trevor. The goats are doing fine. Clay Hayes, hold on. If you don't want it, you can give it. You can tell me to take it back. But if you have a link to his channel, Riverbend, please post it. I just made you a moderator. You should be allowed to. You should be able to post a link to his channel down there. Yes, the U-bow is good. There's no question there. And if it doesn't work out after this post or whatever, you can put it in the comment section. Anybody watching, there might be a link to the channel, to another channel in the description, or not the comment section below this video when it posts. Check out his channel. Apparently he knows stuff that I need to know. And if I need to know it, you need to know it, because, well, yeah. Everybody wants to be cool like me. I just made that up. L, look in the mirror. What do you see? That's right. That's you looking back. See, dude. That was a bad joke. I'm still laughing though. Okay, don't know about Trevor. Did he ask again? How are they? Sorry, I meant that guy you were hog hunting with. Oh, Chris. Chris is very, very busy. He is sorting through like cajillions of tons of video. You're probably going to have to watch the Wilderness Living Challenge. which I wasn't a part of, before you get to see me. El Stewart is waving it. Oh, you're, hi. Hi. Hi, wife. Leland is tired because Courtney, who was in here earlier, is working him to death. And Sweet Pea is sleeping. Mrs. Long Pork. She don't like do the long pork stuff. She's not. She tells me to quit making those jokes. I think they're funny. Seriously though, people, have y'all not watched any of the Apocalypse movies? People gonna be eating people in the end. Was it The Walking Dead? You can be the cattle or not be the cattle. The Road. Cannibalism. Cannibalism is the real fear. Book of Eli. Let me see your hands. I'm not one of those. I don't eat people. I think, which other one? The Stand, yeah. Did he jump out?
He said, I picked up a hitchhiker and he said he was surprised I stopped. How do you want to know serial killer?
Yeah.
And I said the odds of having two serial killers in my bucket at the same time are unusual.
Well, think about it. I mean, you don't want to eat the old people. You don't know. I mean, they take like 20 or 30 pills a day. They're like my brother out there. There's no way I'd eat him. He's a big old boy. There's a lot to go around with. There's plenty of stew. But, I mean, he'd buy like 20 prescriptions a day or some crap. I mean, you'd be like seeing double or something and be like, oh, look, pretty colors. What's that stuff they gave your mom? Kepra? Okay, apparently, for some old people, a Kepra shot is the same as mushrooms. So if your old person gets a Kepra shot, and then the next thing you know, they're feeling a little strange and seeing stuff that's not there, don't freak out and put them in the nursing home thinking they got dementia. Chances are they're stoned. Found that out yesterday. That's not cool. Yeah. Unless y'all hit it off good and they were like, you know what, it's a whole lot easier to cover your tracks if somebody's dusting behind you. So within reason, other than a bow, because I've already got my bows planned out. Got one fail, I got this one and then 2 more to make. 3 more. 3 more that I have to try and make. One of them I've never made a bow out of before, so I don't know if it'll work or not at all. Oh, no spoilers on that. But do I have any requests for something to be made out of wood? Not a specific wood, just something to be made. There you go. There's the link to the boys' channel. I actually have access to excellent arrow making material. Well, usable arrow making material. So I'll probably make a couple. I can make some for this because this is going to be a really short draw bow. It's not going to be one of those fancy ones. This is going to be one of those little, like you see the little African guys do. You know, a little short drawback. So the flower stem for the crap, what do you call it? Yucca that grows here is reasonably straight, and you can soak them and get them wet and then heat them up over the fire and gently, using a pegboard, work the, you know, put them to where they're straighter, and then let them dry, and they'll hold the shape okay. Getting one past, you know, 28 inches is pretty tricky, but yeah, if it wasn't so hot, I will. They can be. What is the name of that old dude? Dadgum, he's on my subscription list. That's all he shoots is the Old English longbow. He actually shows the changes it's made to his physical body. He's like all raw, lopsided on his back and stuff. Samoan friction fire. Okay. How do you do that? Is that bamboo thing? Oh, I mean bamboo. Oh, what I was saying is I actually have a little mini forge. I'm working on getting an anvil, but I like making my own broadheads. It's fun. It's really easy to do. No, Chipper, I've never done that.
Are we sure we want to go visit?
No. Y'all want me to cook something, I'll go kill something and cook it. I ain't got a problem with that.
Oh, I was saying this week was like that.
Oh, yeah,
I was
she's...
distracting half the chat.
Wheat berries. Okay, I know that's got to be like some kind of typo or something, but gluten is gluten. Gluten exists
Yeah,
in
but-
barley and wheat and rye.
Yeah, but if you can get on GMO, break it back down to
Yeah,
how it used to be.
If you grow your own wheat You have to, did you say grow?
Yes.
Oh, you said grind, but if you grow and grind your own wheat, which means you have to go somewhere where you can get non-GMO wheat and grind it, because the original wheat doesn't look like the stuff you see nowadays. I've got some wild wheat around here, but no, ma'am, it did not. Did you hear me?
Huh?
I did not feed it to the chickens.
Oh.
That's my number next, is I'm going to try to get oaks started on this property. They're good. They're good for the deer. They're good shade. They're good firewood. Well, see, the thing is, too much of anything is a bad thing. Used to, if you got a loaf of bread a day for a family, you were doing really well. And the grains were processed whole. Does anybody know what gruel is? Have you ever had gruel? It's real easy. Go to the feed store, buy you some whole oats. Take those whole oats and smack them with a stick. Crunch them up, shell and all. Pour water on them. Let them set somewhere cool overnight. Put that pot on the stove. Bring it to a boil. And keep it warm while you stir it up. And break it down into mush that has oat husks in it. It's delicious. Not. But that's what they used to eat. Or one of the things they used to eat. And no, I'm not going to make that and eat it for you. Y'all want to make it and eat it, y'all make it and eat it. It's nasty. Y'all people having fun with this typing thing. And there's nothing wrong with it. And you can buy good wheat, but it's going to be expensive. That's the downside to it.
Cattails.
In my defense, I was drunk and I didn't know the cat was still alive. I'm just saying. I've tried, but the roots were out of season and they were nasty. I have eaten Johnson grass roots, which actually taste way better. Yeah, the root. Har. The cattails are kind of, I'm in a desert, okay, a desert-ish place. They're there, but stumbling on some that are, you know, not infested with city sewage or something like that, it's kind of tricky. The yucca root is got like soap in it. Just so you'll know. You can eat it, but there's a bunch of stuff you got to do to it before you can eat it without making yourself sick, because you have to break the soap down. You can ferment it and make like rotten yucca root and get sloshed and drunk off of it. Found that, thinking about trying that. That Wonder Mill is that thing you plug into the wall and you throw it in there. It's like a little grinder. Pastor Joe showed one off. If we can buy this dirt, there's a grain grinder back there. All I got to do is get my hands on the property, then I own the grain grinder. But it's like a big one. You put sacks of corn in it and you keep circulating it, and cornmeal comes out the other end. Just saying. The prickly pear cactus will grow anywhere you plant it, but don't plant it unless you want to make enemies, because where it's got plenty of water and sunlight, it becomes a weed. Prickly pear is all over Florida. Huh. That sounds cool. How crazy. You want me to send you one? I got like 15 or 20 baby prickly pears out there. Maybe I'll put them all in pots and sell them to people. I got one on the porch right now that the cat knocked down. I don't know why I put it in a pot, but yes. And if you're going to plant something like that, you might as well plant bamboo. At least you got building materials. Now, if I can find some, I'll send you the kind that don't have the stickers. There is a kind of prickly pear that doesn't have the stickers, and it's better for eating because you don't have to worry about the stickers. I missed the video of an alligator. What was that about? Huh? Alligator gar, maybe?
Yeah.
They actually are low carb.
Probably not sugar though.
Probably. I don't know what it is. I know that they're here. And all you got, if you can find one, all you got to do is break an ear off and put it in the ground and keep it moist. It'll make roots and it'll grow. Oh, okay, that's probably it.
Holy cow. No, they got 42 cards.
And how much?
Serving size 12 ounces.
12 ounces of prickly pear has 42
Sorry.
carbs.
Serving, yeah. That's what this thing says. Hold on. Maybe they've added
Not low
stuff.
carbs. Now that may be the pickle stuff.
Maybe. Let me look.
Because they put fruit juice and everything in the pickled ones, which are delicious. Don't tell me I can't eat cactus. That's one of my cheat foods.
Maybe that was a mixture of things.
She said 42.
But that may be wrong.
That may be wrong. She is researching. I want to learn to make my own beer, but then I would have to drink like, because I think you got to make like 2 gallons at a time and it only lasts so long. Hey diggers. If I buy my own beer, I buy Budweiser, the kind in the red can.
Nutrition information. Amount per 1 cup. Calories 61. Carbs 51. Protein almost 4. Fat 6.4. Carbohydrates.
Is that cooked or pickled?
Doesn't say it. It says nutrition information.
Okay, prickly pear will make you fat.
But yeah.
Ooh, bud in the bottle is cool, especially if you pull it out and it forms a little layer of frost on it. Or if you pull it out of a cooler
High in vitamin
and pour it in a glass that was in the freezer.
high in magnesium.
I mean, it's good for you. The prickly pear is good for you, but it's got somewhere between 45 and 50 carbs per cup. It's got 61 calories per cup, which is good. But if it's got that many carbs, it's got to have sugar, because that's only the only place that, because it's not a grain, it's got to be sugars. So it might ferment.
You can make margaritas from them. Perfect pair of margaritas.
And see, I don't drink that much. I drank more the other day at my son's diaper party than I have in forever. I'm not opposed to drinking, I just don't see any reason to drink every day. I save it for special occasions. I may have a glass of wine every other day, but that's not drinking, that's having a glass of wine. And I mean a glass of wine, a small glass of wine. Or, you know, if I've got company, I'll, you know, I like a rum and coke or a bourbon and coke.
Say hi to Diggers.
Yeah, I said hi to Diggers. Well, see, therein lies the problem. Diggers, I used to, don't anymore. I had gotten up to almost 220 pounds, which that doesn't sound like a lot unless you're me, and It's taken a lot of work to get back down to 185. A lot. I'm liking it. I'm a bad restaurant guy because I am not impressed with Applebee's, the Longhorn Steakhouse, none of that stuff. I don't like, the Outback, none of that. I'm just not. Keep all your atmosphere and bring me some good food. And if I got to pay that much for the steak just so y'all can have atmosphere up in here, I don't really care. And maybe I haven't eaten there enough. Just I can't see paying that much for steak. We have a place called Brian's within driving distance of us, and I can have a really good steak, a really good baked potato, and one of the best salad bars I've ever been at with a drink for $15. It cost me and my wife $28.53 to eat steak. It's just really hard to beat that. Yeah, $40 buys a lot of steak on the grill. I can feed everybody steak for $40. Alright, River Ben, thanks for the link and stuff, dude. Thanks for hanging around. When this video comes out, critique me viciously in the comment section. Appreciate it. But don't hurt my feelings. That's a big grill. The only problem I have with smoking ribs is they always get the paper like all soggy and stuff. I never can get them lit. Ah! That was a bad joke. Yeah, Steve, go ahead. If you actually know anything about making, you weren't in here for all that. You're gonna have to go back and watch it.
Making what?
Oh, both. Hey, Trey Ezel, what's up? Every time I make a barbecue pit, somebody's family member steals it. Not pointing any fingers, but she lives here.
Go out there, Steve, and turn all those fans that are out there in the cotton field this way, so maybe it was something's going this way. The moisture's all over that.
Yeah, those big white fans, can you turn them to where they're blowing the wind away from us so it'll pull the water? There's got to be a control down there somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they put all them fans right here. The wind was blowing just fine without them.
Yeah, there's got to be one of those little scissor jack things you use to turn that.
Ooh. If I still had a welder, I would build me another barbecue pit. Hold on. Really big flop.
Shut that little barbecue pit, that wind's popping the lid. It's gonna pop it off of there and stuff.
Okay. Well, the skillet's in it. Be careful, don't get snake bit. Fly hat accident. I do too. Our spring storms are coming at the start of summer. Everybody just got through getting their fields ready for listing, and well, they didn't get them listed yet. So, damn it. You go outside and it starts making thunder.
I know, but that freaking wind is chilly. It feels good.
Really? Well,
It's
you
not
can't stay out in it.
scorching hot.
You can open the window.
Yep.
Oh, see, y'all talking about barbecue joints now. Literally the best barbecue I've ever eaten is now in this town. Is he a Viking? There's no such thing as cheating at cooking. There's getting it done or not getting it done. Y'all can all go to my little Patreon thing on my channel and send me some money, and I'll let y'all hire me out to build a in-ground smoker and cook y'all something, and y'all can watch me eat it. The ones that are on sale today.
What is that?
I don't know how to say Jay. What do you mean? It's not nice to fool with Mother Nature, Jay. And Mrs. Wes S is a lightning rod. When it thunders, I step away.
That's what I just said.
She has the cutest little brand right here. Looks like a snowflake. Well, actually, have you ever seen an X-ray of a weld? And you know, you can tell when somebody gets outside the V and makes an arc, because there's this little circle of little tiny lines going everywhere. That's what her arms got. Yeah, I was out, so I grabbed a pack of the other ones. The ones y'all see me go through, burn through like nothing, or ultralights. I'm actually mostly inhaling air. Either one, I'm proficient with Heliarc, stick, or metal and inert gas. Wire welder, stick welder, Heliarc, doesn't matter. No, it's too dry. Alright, good night, diggers. Wait, what did Trey say? Oh, it's... Oh, JV Weld. I can use JB Weld. I'm actually going to do some plastic welding. I had a stick welder, but things happened and, well, somewhere else now. And every time I think I've gotten far enough ahead of the game to go buy me another one, something jumps up. There you go. If everybody went, oh, I want to learn how to weld. You don't really. Yeah. Yes, Mrs. Wes S can lay some wire. There's a question. Somebody asked me to tell them to... Am I back yet? That was weird. Anyway, Steve leaving. Later, Steve. Be careful. Yeah, stay out of this. But did anybody hear me? Do y'all want to know the whole story about that? She's going to give it all away. Alright. Anyway. A long time ago in a valley far, far away. And anyway. Weld for me. Because, you know, there wasn't any welders that didn't have their own setup already, seemed like. I couldn't find anybody that welded as good as... And, anyway, then she was laying a really nice bead. So, she went up there with me a couple times and listened to him critique what we were doing on the welding. And then she started welding the pieces. Now, I could weld one in 35 minutes. She was taking 45 minutes, which is fine. All the money went into the same bank account. Yeah. But when we got up to the, after 3 or 4 more loads of them up to the place where we had to deliver them to. Not even that many. A couple of loads. The inspector brought me back there And he said, these all pass, but this is what we're looking for. And he pointed, you know, there's this stack over here which had several more in it than this stack. But he said, if you can make them all look like this is what we want. The stack of pieces that he was pointing to were the ones that my wife had welded. So, anyway, on the way back, and she picked it up quick. On the way back home, mouthing something, we always yak back and forth. And anyway, I said something. She was like, "Am I a welder now?" And I was like, "No, you're not a welder until you build a barbecue pit." And then the phone took off. Got it done. I come back. I was gone. Hope y'all can hear this. It's lagging real bad now. Anyway, when I got back, she was like, "Hold on, I'm not finished." And I was like, "What?" And I didn't listen. I went over there to see what she was going. She had found a piece of 6-inch pipe. Welded caps on the end of it. Cut a door. Made a smoke pipe. Put a vent on the bottom so it could draw. Had little hinges. A stand and everything. She was in the process of welding the smokestack on this little mini barbecue pit. So I had to give her a raise and call her a welder after that. While I was gone, she built the barbecue pit out of the coolest little I have one somewhere. We still got one somewhere. Anyway,
I saw a bunch of them.
people saw it sitting on. They'd come to the shop for something, and they'd see this little barbecue pit sitting over there on top of the. It was on the wood stove, wasn't it? Anyway, they'd be like, "Hey, can I get some of those? Can I get some of those?" She was like selling them like hotcakes. After she learned how to do it, she was, she could knock them out. Wait, about an hour, and she'll sell those things for $60 a piece. Like I said, still got wood out there. It still works fine. And then she made a couple of little ones out of ashtrays for presents. We still got one of the ashtrays right here too. The ashtray's cool. It's just like a little barbecue pit, but you open the lid and the smoke pipe is on the lid, and when you open it up, it folds back and it stands up on itself. And then there's a little piece of expanded metal in there. You put your cigarette in there, and the expanded metal holds it. It's just. All right, Brian, be careful. Hey, Trey snuck out while I was yakking. Good night, Trey. But yeah, it's a lot like spreading peanut butter, but you're more like decorating the cake. Biggest problem people have is overcoming that arc. You're like, boom, lightning at the end of your stick. People want to push too hard. That's why everybody's like, "Ooh, wire welding's easy," because the machine does all your pressure.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I nearly flunked 6th grade. No, 7th grade. Yeah, 7th grade. 6th grade, 6th grade. We had a gal get held back a couple of years. And the teacher thought it'd be a good idea to put us in a half moon where we could see each other when we were discussing things in class. And all I could see was she would be like this on the desk, but to get down to the desk she would have to lift up, put it down, and I'm straight across the room from her, and all I could see was jiggle, 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 jiggle. So yeah, I didn't learn crap that year. Okay, Chipper, I will.
Yeah, I just noticed I was looking at the main screen or whatever and saw you looking.
And I don't know, guys, there's been a lot of bells unclicked again. I don't know if y'all have had that same problem, but I'm going to people's channel and the bell isn't clicked. So I'm not getting everybody's notifications. And it completely changed my home screen on YouTube. Nothing looks the same. Nothing works the same. It's annoying. It's really hard to navigate now. I don't know what happened. There's only 6 of us left. Yes, I learned anatomy. And then first year of algebra was actually my freshman year, and the algebra teacher was a hippie woman. Not like hippie as in long hair and flowers and tie-dye and stuff, but a hippie woman. She was shaped like a pear with water balloons. Anyway, she would write everything on the chalkboard like this. I never saw what she put on the chalkboard. I can tell you she never wore pants with pockets on them. I can tell you that. I learned to type pretty good. She was a homely woman. I did good in English class. Oh, somebody else dropped out. And again, live stream back online. Alright guys, the wind's getting horrible. It's affecting my internet now. So I guess I'm on a sign. I may throw up a ride to work video tomorrow. We'll see if I do or not. I gotta watch it back and make sure I didn't like get out of line on anything. Yeah, y'all pray for Mrs. Wes S. Her job's turning into a real pain in the butt. There's the good old boy syndrome is making it really hard on her. We believe in ethics and morality around here, so ethics require that everybody's treated the same. the president is no more than the pauper. You respect the president's authority, but as far as a man standing there and a man standing there, they're both men. That's the way we should all think about them. We don't brown nose, because that's forbidden by God. Or should I say Christ? Maybe that'll carry more power. But it's broadband, so it's affected by the weather. When the chitter gets bad, that's the end of it. Now there's moisture falling. Yeah, rain's here, so I'm gonna get kicked off here anyway. Anyway, God bless y'all. Y'all stay alive. Don't die. I'm gonna go watch. Hold on a minute. I gotta do something.